Well, welcome back to Rereadable, Rediscover Your Bookshelf. And let me tell you folks, we all need a bookshelf. And if you cultivate your bookshelf, a bookshelf just doesn't happen. You kind of have to cultivate it. It's like a garden. You have to be the constant gardener with your bookshelf. And having an atlas and a gazetteer are absolutely essential. And put a map on the wall too. That's really good as well. I think a properly placed map on the wall can be transformative. Other maps, I remember, what's my first experience with maps other than, my dad buying a map from the service station and, not being able to fold it up properly, is probably a Topo Map. And they were vital for hiking out west. If I was hiking up Ventana, I didn't probably say that wrong, Canyon, you needed a Topo Map, and the Topo Map had a little dotted line where the trail was, and you'd use the contours. I mean, I was hiking up from 2,400 feet or 3,000 feet up to, I think it was 5,000 feet up to Window Rock, and you needed the Topo Map just to see where you were, and that's especially the case if you're going backpacking. Then I remember also there was a Topo Map quadrangle. They were the original Google Earth. They opened up this treasure trove of information about the landscape that didn't exist before. I mean, that's the U.S. Geological Survey. Now people often think about them. At some point, that was their trademark, was the Topo Maps. And then I think it became stream gauging, too. And now other things, a broader science milieu. But in Easton, PA, the confluence of the Lehigh and Delaware rivers, and also form the state lines between Pennsylvania and New Jersey. That was just a fascinating map because it was geographically so interesting and sociologically where the town of Easton was and the old industrial complex that used hydropower. They formed the old towpath in the canal along the Delaware River to mine the anthracite coal. So, it was just fascinating, and I had one of those on my wall, and you just get lost in it. I mean, that's the great thing about a map, and you reconnect with what you did at those spots, or where you drove, or I don't know. So Topo Maps. Topo Maps are another thing. Google Earth, threw to the wayside. And you can get a digital Topo Map, but it's nothing like the full paper Topo Map. And you didn't fold those up like the pleated maps at the gas station. You rolled them up. Or if you did fold them up, you were pretty meticulous about it because you were out hiking or backpacking, and you'd usually put it in some sort of bag that, weatherproofed it. I remember in those pleated maps, wherever we needed to go was always in the middle of a pleat that got torn, and we were always going to the hole in the map, and then got lost because it was really weathered in that part of the map anyhow. Well, let's take a campfire break, and we'll be right back.